and today we are working on magnetic clothespins. I posted on Facebook when I was doing my craft fair that these went quickly. One lady bought like 8 packs of the clothespins, and I made a ton of them because you can do this while you're sitting and watching TV or watching, playing around with the children. You can just be cutting up this paper and gluing it and setting it aside to complete later. So lunch break, this is super fast to do and a great craft for others to use. And it's good for the craft fair, obviously. So you can use these big wood clips, 2 of them. 2 of these bigger ones come in a pack at the Target dollar spot. But what I use are these little clips from the Dollar Tree, and you get rolls and rolls of it. I don't know, it's I don't know, 100. It's a lot in the little dollar pack in the laundry section at the Dollar Tree. These work well, and I put them in packs of 3 or 4 and sell them for I think they were $2 that I sold them for. So really easy, really quick. These bags I got from Tuesday Morning. They were 99 cents. They're 40 piece, but they also are at Michael's too, if you want to package up your clips, or you can sell these individually like you would the planner clips that I mentioned on the video from yesterday. 50 cents per clip, something like that. Decorate them as elaborate or as small as you'd like. You can add in the clips that I've done in this last craft fair, I added flowers because I have so many individual little flowers. I just found paper to match those flowers, and then I added a butterfly punch excuse me, from Martha Stewart punch. So really easy. 2 ways I do the clips. If I'm doing in a mass production style, I use this I get a bigger sheet of paper. The clips I'm using today will be using Prima's Epiphany paper. It's 12 by 12. These are going to be mine, so of course I like shabby, so that's what I'm using. This is the side that I want. I flip it over, and then I add glossy accents. I got this from Walmart. Actually, this is just glossy accents inside a fine line applicator, small tip. So it's the same, it's glossy accents just in this bottle. All I do is add some of this to the clothespin, being sure to get my edges, okay? And this is if you're doing like mass production. And then I just lay it down, like so. Hold it a couple seconds just so it can stay, and move to the next one. So if I'm doing like sets of 4, I'll get like 16 of these on this page, and before I start moving on to something else. So I'll do all that. I'll fill up all these rows, okay? And then once they've sat, it doesn't take long, maybe not even 5 minutes, maybe. It doesn't take that long for them to set, but you want them to make sure they're set. So once they have, all I do is cut them out in a raggedy cut, just a close cut. Okay, and then I use my really tiny scissors I get from the Paper Studio. This isn't ready yet, so this may come off, but really fine scissors, cut around all of the edges. Yeah, it's coming up because it's not adhered, but it's fine. See? Do that, and I continue to do that all the way. So to all of them. Once I'm done with that side, I do my backs of my clothespins. I just have to. You don't have to, but I do. Then I flip them all over and do the other side. Okay? That's if I'm mass producing. If I'm doing a swap and I'm doing like a one set, then what I'll do is cut out all the strips ahead of time. You can do this too if you're doing a whole mass production as well. I cut out all the strips ahead of time, and these strips to fit the small clothespins I just showed you. These clothespins, they are 3/8 of an inch by 3 1/4. So that's what that is. And then all I would do in that instance, all I would do in that instance is take my strip, I'll add some glue to the clothespin. Okay, and then I'll simply lay it on there, and it's a perfect match, so you want to make sure you get it on there nice and straight. Rub it a couple times to make sure that the paper has adhered to the clothespin. And I like doing it that way too. If I'm doing, you know, a couple of them, I will just do it that way. It goes fast as well. So there we have that. Two little quick ways you can do that. And they're both on there. Okay. So I'm going to set these aside. Set that one aside. So that's done. I've already completed the other three for my set that I'm doing for myself. So I'm just going to clean this bottom end up a little bit. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do, now like I said, you can add whatever you want to add. Flowers, or if you're doing it for a craft fair, I wouldn't suggest flowers unless you just have so many or some ugly ones you really don't want to keep. You know, you can match them up with some paper, throw some glitter on it, good to go. But you can also just do your punches, as I said earlier. So for this one, like I said, I have a little set going on here, so I'm going to match everything up. These flowers are from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I'm using this purple and this white flower here. On the end that opens, I'm going to add these flowers to them. And I'm going to off-center them just a smidge. Add another flower to the back. And then just going to hold them there for a second. Quick sec. Okay, and the next thing I do, take again my glossy accent, and then I have some magnets here. I get these from eBay, and I put, they're not very strong magnets, so I'm using two. But you can definitely, you know, if you find some good strong magnets, use one in the middle. You should be all right. But because I have hot glue and flowers on the front, and I don't want these to fall off, I use two. So you just hold that there, just so they can, you know that they need to stay. In the meantime, I'm going to close this up, and then I'm going to make them all super pretty by adding some stickles to the flowers. Okay. I'm just using these crystal stickles from Michaels. Just jazz up my flowers a bit. When in doubt, add glitter. And these go fast, as you can tell. I did this whole thing, so just think if you got an hour or two, you can get done with packs and packs of these. And like I said, they're a big hit. Even if you don't add magnets to the back, you can use them as chip clips. Label them chip clips. So that's how that turned out. Super, super cute. Look at it. Really cute. So I've already completed my other three. Isn't that just lovely? Super pretty and shabby. So let me show you quickly how to make this little holder, because you'll want to put them on something just to, to have, to display them when you're doing them in the craft fair. You don't want to just lay them blank, sitting there doing nothing. Okay, so I'm using again the Michaels corrugated board. These things come in handy so many times. So what you want to do is, how many ever you're putting in a set, you just want to measure it out. So this happens to be a set of 4. I've already pre-measured it. Just want to line them up. If you're doing that, doing it that way, You just want to line them up. On whatever it is your base is, chipboard, this corrugated board, you know, whatever your base is, line it up and then draw a line around it so you can know where to cut it. Okay? Which I've done already. So all I'm going to do is follow those lines, cut it exactly, because we need that other piece. We need that other scrap piece. Okay. So that's my base. And then also, whatever you're putting it in, if you're leaving it like this, that's fine, you know, and then you're done. But I'm putting it inside one of these clear bags, so I want to make sure it fits. So you want to make sure that when you're measuring that it fits into your bag. Now this extra little piece I'm going to cut off. We're going to use it on the bottom here as our to hold our pins in. Okay, now we're still at half of this board. I'm going to use that tiny little piece, and I'm going to cut this piece into strips. Whatever you do, I want to make it even. I'm going to cut 5 on each side. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now you can use pop dots for this too. This is easy. It's easier. I'm actually going to cut this down just a smidge just to match it with that other one. Okay. Flip this over and start gluing the pieces to the back. So you just want to stay on closer to the edge. And then I'm going to put the corrugated side down. 1. And you just want to do that. I found that with the width of these, 5 works out fine for the clips to go through. Oops. To go through smoothly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing a little piece. Oh, there it is. 5 and 5. So I am just going to hold that there for a moment. Make sure that they stay adhered. And no one sees these. These you can't even tell they're under here unless you flip it over. So add a little hot glue on the ends there and place it on the bottom and hold it. You can always whitewash this. You can add pattern paper to this, to the back here, and then to the front here. Really, really easy. Lots of things that you can do. All right. Okay. So that's basically, you know, be the same. Just clip these on here like so. And then, super cute, put them in the bag, and then I'm going to just add a simple, just if I was doing, now these are mine, but I'm going to show you just a cute little fancy little decoration you could use. So that's why you want to save your scraps. So all I'm going to do is fold this over, because this is a big piece there. And then I took a piece, I just cut a chunk of paper out. All I'm going to do is fold it over and try to just make it match. Okay, and then even out the bottom half as best you can. Or you can just cut this over. I usually fold it over to 4 inches and cut it to 4 inches and then score it at 2 Maybe 2 inches on both sides, and then cut off the excess. So all I do with this is, now if you have resealable bags, of course put the resealable bag or the closures at the bottom so they can open up and reuse the bag. But because it's a craft fair and I need to go fast so that I can make a lot, I just do some scribbles of hot glue. I got my paper folded in there, and then I lay this in there like so. Lay it on there real good. And then I take this top half and do the same thing. Fold it over. Cut off the extra. And I label it magnet clips. Done. Now if you're given this in a swap or something, you want it to be, or if you want it to be just a little bit more fancier, add a cute flower to the center. I'm using this Recollections embellishments. They match perfectly. You can add the flower. Or a butterfly or a punch. I mean, you could just add a lot of stuff there. There you go. There you have it. Really super quick magnetic clips. They are definitely a hit at the craft fair, so you can sell them as a single or you can sell them as a set. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope to see you on the next one. If you've enjoyed it or you've learned anything, please don't hesitate to leave a comment and like the video if you like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.